MMAOddsBreaker. This week, of course, we have Anthony Njokuani getting ready to fight Thomas Gifford. Legacy Fighting Championships 38. Lives in Vegas. Trains at One Kick Nicks. Fighting in Texas. Somehow in Allen, Texas, he's still going to be the hometown hero. Like, this is, you're not going home per se. It's like a homecoming, but definitely your friends and family still live down there, about 20 minutes, 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
How many are coming? How many are going to be there live?
It's going to be about like 10 family members and a lot of friends and fans.
So your brother's always in your corner. You're always in his corner. Obviously, your brother's going to come with you, Cheaty. Is this one of those things where you go down, you fight, and you're going to stay another week after because you're so close to family, or are you coming right back on Saturday after the fights are over?
I'm actually going to go down there, stay down there, and also train down there while I'm down there. Stay down there for a week, hang out with my son, train, and then come back.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to work out with Saxon while I'm there.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Thomas. Let's talk about Gifford. He's 8-6, so record, 16-9. Hasn't really had competition like you faced.
Yeah.
But do you still feel like he's dangerous?
I still feel because he's hungry and I know for a fact he's working his butt off to beat somebody like me. Because once he beats somebody that has a name like mine, he's going to boost him up to the top. And I know that facing somebody like that is going to be something that I really want to focus on, and I don't want to allow anything wrong to happen. So yeah, in all aspects, he's dangerous.
Was your choice to go with Legacy because of their ability to get you back in front of the UFC, or was Legacy just the best contract on the table at the time?
Well, I had a lot of calls, but Legacy was pretty much the best at that time. Well, it wasn't because of how much they were paying me or whatever, but it was the best of me being able to get back into UFC real quick. That was pretty much it. And then it also allowed me to, because being with them also allowed me to get my head back on track.
What's it been like? Because your run to UFC was pretty decent to the last couple, and then it just kind of, a decision. It wasn't like you got crushed twice, but you had 2 decision losses that put you out of the company. What was it like, having to hunt all of a sudden in the morning and like waking up that morning going, I don't have a job now. I got to find a place. And then trying to find that place and then trying to get ramped up for the next fight. Oh
yeah, it sucked when I got the phone call when I got the phone call with them letting me know that terminated my contract. At that time, I was really thinking, what the heck am I going to do now? But then it was a blessing in disguise because a lot of phone calls were just piling in and a lot of emails were coming in. So then that's when I thought, with this being happened, I can go out elsewhere, fight around the world, see what I can do in other organizations, and hopefully be able to come back to UFC. And that's what I'm trying to do right now.
All right. So like you said, Thomas is hungry, and he knows that Legacy's paying attention to, or excuse me, the UFC's paying attention to Legacy, and that the UFC's going to be paying attention to this fight specifically because you just came from there. What do you think he's going to try to do differently, if anything at all, when he faces you compared to what he's done in the past?
I think he's going to try to do the same thing. He's going to he's going to watch like a lot of my old videos and try to play off what others have done in order to win. And so I'm thinking he's going to change out his whole style. He's not going to try to stand up. He's just going to try to go to the ground. And I don't show it, but I do have the skills to hold my own on the ground. So if he does want to take it to the ground, I can go to the ground. If he wants to keep it standing up, then it'll be a bad thing for him. But wherever it goes, I'll be well prepared.
If he's looking at tape at your old tapes, and he understands that you're going to be a stand-up guy and that you're comfortable in the stand-up, what do you think he's trying to do more of? Run away and not get touched at all, or try to battle inside so he can take you down to the ground and try to make it a ground game?
I think he's going to try to battle inside. I've seen a lot of his old videos, and he has done it to a lot of other lower level guys. But the top guys that he has fought and lost to, he tried to stand and bang with them, and he ended up losing. But I think he's going to try to change his whole style around and try to take me to the ground and try to hold me on the ground. Because from what I heard, he's supposed to be a grappler.
Yeah,
he's mostly a grappler. Yeah, so I have a feeling that's where it's going to go.
He's 8-6, like we said earlier, but he's got 1 KO, 7 submissions in his victories. and his 6 losses come by 2 KOs, 3 submissions, and 1 decision. So he usually wins or dies by the submission. Is kind of what it looks like. And his last couple losses, he lost by decision, lost by triangle choke, and lost by key lock. And then even before that, he won by triangle choke, and then he won his last fight by KO, knees and punches. He's kind of all over the map, but the quality of competition is the question for me. He hasn't really faced the names that you faced. And everyone talks about, it's the matchups, but it's also those names, those veterans that you faced.
Yeah.
Are you going to pull some old man tricks on him? Because you are the veteran when you're stepping into the main event?
I'll try to pull all the old stuff out. All the old stuff that Saxon's taught me, I'm going to bring them all out to the table and try to hopefully, and even the stuff that Sergio's taught me, like all the old man jiu-jitsu moves. I'm going to try to bring all the geriatric stuff.
Hey, it's not geriatric. Okay, it's a little geriatric. It's a little. It's a little. So because you are going back to where you grew up, sort of. Who's going to corner you this time then?
No, Nick and Sergio are still coming with me, and my brother's going to corner me. So it's still going to be the same people in my corner because that's pretty much who I've been going with for the past, and those are the voices that I recognize in the corner. So if I bring anybody else new, like I could leave Nick and Sergio at home and just bring Saxon and my old trainers out, and my old wrestling jiu-jitsu coach out there, and have Chidi too, but I won't recognize their voice, so I really won't be listening to them. So that's why I'm still sticking with the same people.
Okay, yeah, it's difficult, changing. People don't understand how important a corner can be in the middle of a fight, especially when, like you said, you're trying to get your head back on straight and trying to get yourself back into the big leagues. Yeah. You need every single thing to be dialed in correctly. You need every advantage possible for you to make that happen. Can we go back for a minute to the Darren Cruikshank fight? And I want you to take me through that decision, that decision loss. That was back in October 2014. What was going on in that fight? And what do you think now that you've had a chance to look at it and kind of analyze it and spend some time away from it to go, okay, this is what I should have done in this fight that I didn't do?
I should have pushed him harder, but then fighting somebody that you're chasing after, it kind of gets you frustrated. Mm-hmm. So I got a little frustrated and pretty much stepped out of the whole game plan of what Nick and Sergio wanted me to do, because I was pretty much chasing the guy throughout the whole freaking fight, and then the only thing I was trying to do was pretty much go in and kill, but he wasn't trying to have that. So I got a little frustrated and started making some dumb decisions, and it cost me a fight.
Yeah, but now that's part of being older. You have that wisdom now from that competition. You know what's going to happen. Say Gifford decides to run. Say Thomas is running from you the whole fight. What do you do?
I'm standing in the middle of the ring and telling him, "Come on, I'm not going to chase after him." That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be like, "Hey, this old man wants to put it on you in the middle, so start running like a cheetah, and let's do this."
Best case scenario, you knock him out in the first round. I know that's the way you always like to finish your fighters, by getting a KO. Next best case scenario, what submission will you use to beat him with?
With these long legs, I'm trying to go for a triangle, or with these long arms, I'm going to try to go for a guillotine. Or you never know, I might try to pull something new out. Sergio has been showing us some new stuff, so. Yeah,
Sergio's crafty. He's always got new stuff out there laying around. He knows definitely what works for each one of his fighters. How many times a week do you train with Sergio? And are they privates or are they always a group class?
No, it's a group class, and I try to get in 5 times a week.
Oh, wow. You're doing a lot of work.
Yeah, but with me hating the gi, I sometimes miss some of the gi days. So, but no gi days are only twice a week. So, but also even working with John Fitch now, that helped out a lot. So John's been a great asset to the team now too as well.
Yeah, that was my next question. What's it like having him as a wrestling coach, having John Fitch as the wrestling coach?
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome because we have learned so many new stuff that's helped us out. Now my takedown defense has improved. My ground game from trying to get up from the ground has improved. So working with him, it has helped out a lot.
All right, Anthony, thanks. But I appreciate you spending some time in here with us here at MMAOddsBreaker. It's been great having you on again. Have fun in this fight. This is going to be good. If you guys at home want to watch, you can watch it on Access TV February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. Have fun, Anthony. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
All right, thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man.